Semifinal number 2 out in the water here at the GWM Sydney Surf Pro presented by Bonsoy is M.Mignot, the 22-year-old out of Sayulita, Mexico, representing France against J.Willcox, a 25-year-old from Western Australia. For this ride, Rich.
Yeah, so Jacob seeing something down the line here. It's a bigger wave. Wow, just comes around that section and attacks it on the front side. And this is what we expected to see from J.Willcox. This is a replay, though.
M.Mignot could certainly be the spoiler. Willcox again here. Wave number 2. Lofty snap. Troubled water there. And that takes a hold of J.Willcox on turn number 2.
You know, he didn't make that final turn, but you can just see how comfortable he is in these conditions. He just looks like he's so sure-footed on his board. And they're looking good under his feet.
I love the way he fades the bottom turn. Classic off the top. Just gets a little bit hung up the second time.
So we're going to see how Marco performs in a little bit of the bigger surf. Here he goes, fading a bottom turn. Easy top turn there, double up on the inside here, attacks the lip, but gets hung up, goes incomplete.
Yeah, well, he certainly looked at home yesterday in those early morning heat. A lot of info that I know about anyway of this kid in these style of waves, but you know, picking a smaller inside here, tries to line up this second turn.
But all kind of gets washed away now. If you want to make a career as a competitive professional surfer, it's about getting onto that championship tour.
Willcox on wave number 3. Winding him off the bottom, chopping it off the top, throws the fins, but gets caught up.
He's going for it, isn't he? Big turns. It looks like it's the order of the day. This is a good-looking wave.
Marco, patient here, has to ease through a cut back into the whitewater as the wave stands up on the inside bank. Mignot squares off the bottom, hooks off the top, little foam on the face to deal with. One more turn, wave gets super tapered there before he kicks out.
Whitewash paddle out. As we watch the replay here, just a nice cruisy cutback, staying with the power until it stands up. Now the section starts to bowl up in front of him, gets a good clean snap, bit more burning. Really going to put some pressure on Marco. Looks like he's actually going to have a crack at this one.
Here he goes. Good looking wave here, comes around this corner, has to hit the whitewater there, fades the bottom turn. Nice arcing cutback, and again section gets him a little mistimed there.
But just the intensity of that final section just blew him off.
Yeah, again, he's really deep on the bank. That's a perfect little bit of crumble. That's exactly what he wanted. Fades again. Nice open face slash. Tries to get there early and then just gets pressed by the lip. I don't know if there was anything more he could have done on that end section. Had to go for it.
A beautiful foam climb there. How's that little check fade to get onto that second turn, and then that transition between the second and...
Jacob with a 5-point ride, so he's got a flat 6 and a flat 5. Here comes M.Mignot. Eases off the bottom, eases off the top there. And this wave, looking a little disgruntled. Final turn, though, gets to it nice and early and goes complete. Now, with this direction change, is he going to beach it and do a runaround?
He's definitely making his way back to the alley right escalator. That avalanche of whitewash behind him. This was Marco. You can see he's kind of dragging the turns around. There's a different pace to it. But this is a better turn here. Connects with this one nice and early. He gets to outrun it.
I feel that he didn't get far enough over to really get into that alley. We'll get back to him after we watched J.Willcox off the top there. Big turn. Comes around this section. Hacks that finish and cannot ride out of that.
He's attacking these waves compared to how Marco is. And we'll just look at this thing bowl out. Jacob off the bottom here, just connects with the lip. Keeps control down the line, gets in early to this big left hand, this big layback hook.
He's going to let Marco take this one under. Smaller wave. Marco going right. Gets into clean water here. And a little sticky cutback for Marco. And it's very deep at that point. So we'll see what the number comes in for that effort for Marco Mignot.
That one held up. Jacob, insider.
Insider steepens up here for Willcox. Snaps it off the top there. Long bottom turn, some foam to contend with. Cuts a little short there. Meets the oncoming section. Wants to ride out of this one to prove to the judges he's complete. Still fighting in the whitewater. Paddle, 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 Jake.
Isabella Nichols just watching on, getting ready for her final.
Here we go.
He's had so many ways where he actually hasn't completed that final turn. The surfing's been there. It's been incredible. Tags that first one. Comes around a frothy little section here. Did well to even hang in on the bottom turn.
You can see how much he wants to finish, though, Rich. He hasn't had to finish on that second turn for some time. At this stage, I feel like it's even a confidence thing, a psychological thing to know that I can get the second move.
Yeah, but we want to see the Frenchman get into this. He looks like he'll be having a little look at this one. No, it'll be Jacob.
He's going to let Jacob go. Here we go with Willcox. High line to start. Getting to the bottom here. Crashes the lip, and the lip crashes right back.
He can't help himself.
Just paddling into him. And sounds like we are set for an outstanding women's final. Jacob Willcox is going to have to straighten out.
It will be a real goofy foot challenge, but hang on a minute. Here goes the Frenchman.
Marco could be the last swing for the French surfer. Eyeing up something big. Oh. You can see the hesitation in his line. Maybe looking for a ramp. Maybe looking for a big air.
And, well, it was a great display from Marco Mignot during the event. We saw some incredible surfing from him.
There's the numbers. Jacob Willcox will be meeting Cole Hauschman in the final. Let's take a look at our Bailey Ladders bracket.